Boat to go with you today. This is a 1962 hunt deck with a 200 Pro XS Mercury on the back of it. It's a tunnel hull. So this boat is set up to bass fish out of, crappie fish out of, but it's set up to fish, there's no doubt about it. It got some trim tabs in the back we'll show you here in just a minute on this. That was really necessary for this boat. The way it's laid out, you never know, when you're doing custom boats, exactly what you're going to have to make that boat run how we want it to run. And he had the foresight to send us these trim tabs. It's some trim tabs he supplied, and I like them. They work really, really good. And in fact, he needed them. He needed them on this boat. It runs, in the lower to mid 50s with that 200 Pro X on the back. And I know that may not sound like a lot to you guys, but don't forget, this is not a bass boat. It's a 21-foot flat bottom boat with a tunnel in it. They're just not gonna, you're gonna give to get when you do that. If a tunnel didn't have any disadvantages, every boat would have a tunnel. They don't. In fact, most boats don't have tunnels because if you don't need the tunnel, you're better off without having the tunnel. But when you get the tunnel, because this gentleman needed it, you're going to give up some things like top end speed and the way that the boat would run if you didn't have a tunnel. It's give and take. And we try to go over that with every customer, and we did with him, and he had reasons for the tunnel. He's got a tunnel. Give me that camera, I'll walk over this beautiful boat with you. All right, guys, sitting here at he's got a Bass Boat Performance console in this hole. Got tilt steering there with the Mercury Vessel View gauge right there. Now, this is his controls for his hydraulic trim tabs, and they're really nice. They have a lot of automation in them. They'll automatically go up and down to where you set them. You kill the key, they come all the way up. They're super nice. Jack plate switch up and down. He's got a Bob's jack plate on here, and then of course his switch panels and 12-volt plugs. He put a pretty small unit right there in the dash. That's just what he wanted, and he's going to supply his own electronics for up front. Right here in the back, he has in the center between the driver's seat and the passenger seat a nice live well there. Got a typical back deck as you would see on just about any of our GT models. Inside there, he's got a custom 40-gallon fuel tank and a seat base back there, and then he's got cranking battery and whatever else you want to put in the back there with that. But that's just a typical GT back deck. Bob's jack plate. You can see back here on the trim tabs that we've got back there, these little tabs right here, they stick up a little higher than the hunt deck. That's because this ram, this hydraulic cylinder, in order to give them the flow, the range that they needed to be mounted a little higher. So it's not a problem. Custom boats, we can do custom things and make those things fit back there like that. Going up to the front, he has a storage box going up to the front. Here on the left-hand side is an ice chest, and on the right-hand side is the storage box. Both are pretty nice size. Rod locker on the left-hand side, going all the way up to the front. Same thing on the right-hand side. Then going down the center, he's got some storage, boy, let me tell you. Giant storage box there. A second storage box here. And I'm talking about tons of room. I hear my voice echoing in there. And then a third one up here. This is where he'll have battery trays for his trolling motor batteries and charger when he wants to add that. He's got a removable winch plate up there in the front. where he can actually mount a winch and then pull that red tab out of there when he doesn't want it there, and tuck the winch away in one of these storage boxes to live until he needs it. And when he needs it, he can pull it out and winch himself out of any situation he might get into, with a sandbar or things like that. But man, this front deck is huge. Look at this front deck. I mean, that's a lot. It's a 21-foot boat. I mean, and it's got as much front deck on this thing as any bass boat you'd want to get in, and then tons of floor space, even more floor space than bass boats have in them. Throw an ice chest on there, whatever you want to do, but slick looking boat, man. Thanks for checking it out.
Thank you.